Good evening everybody, welcome to VSL F1 tier and to round 3 of the first ever championship here in China. I'm the commentator Omar, and today we are looking to have another good race. Bahrain was a brilliant race last time out, and I'm not 100% sure what's going on with his gears, but unfortunately Dark Bolt's going to be the first person to do a lap, so I want to stay with him. But yeah, last was very good in Bahrain, and hopefully we're going to get the same here tonight. And round the last corner comes Dark Bolt to start his lap, and he is sensibly doing his lap on the soft compound tyres, because soft compound tyres are certainly the preferred quality tyre, because if you do it on ultra softs, they're going to last about 3 laps and then basically die on you, and unfortunately that means you're going to be pretty screwed, because it'll force you into a 2-stop unless there's a safety car which could maybe intervene at some point, make a 1-stop viable, but that is very unlikely. So really that's out the door if you qualify on the ultras, as lots of people seem to be doing. So looks like 2 stops all round, apart from Dark Bolt here, who is currently on the soft tyres. But I must say, right, I was talking to Sam and Matthew and Lee earlier, and they were gonna qualify in softs. So the fact that they're all out on the ultras would suggest to me that it's raining in the race at the start, at least. Anyway, so maybe Dark Bolt isn't on the best tyre. We're just gonna have to see. But as he heads through the end of his lap here, that Ferrari engine certainly is sounding a little bit weird, it must be said, but that's his game for you, unfortunately. Really odd noises coming from this car today. And yeah, through the last corner he comes. Time should be in the 131s or 132s, and it is a 32.2 to set the pace. And let's see who's near the end of the lap. Hellboy is near the end of the lap, so we shall watch him then. And into the last corner he goes. He should be able to go fastest here. Might be in the 30s or the 31s, and it's a 31.1 for Hellboy, who goes fastest. Lovely. And Matt now comes to the line. He's going to be starting his lap, and I saw Matthew heading off into the pits, or that could have been Lee, but no, it was Matthew. So he bailed out there into the pit lane. He went. And coming up towards the line now is Jordan to go fastest with a 30.8. Once again on the ultra soft tyre. And this is definitely showing to me that they're pushing on this tyre, and they are planning on starting on for a wet start. Sorry, they're planning for a wet start. That's certainly what it suggests to me. Sam's there preparing his lap. Matt isn't on a lap. Lee is on a lap, but we can't ride on board, can we? No, we can't ride on board. They didn't know we had a rev glitch there for a second, but as he navigates the traffic, Lee here is going to have to be very careful not to ruin his lap. He's currently on free energy uses for the hybrid ERS and all that, because he's going to need it in this long 1.2 kilometer straight coming up right now at the end of turn 13, a long sweeping right-hander. And you know what, that car ahead, will he get some slipstream off him with his DRS? We're about to find out. Heading down the straight he goes, and we'll see. I don't think he's going to be close enough to get a slipstream. And one strong enough anyway. That is Matt ahead. I think he is yet to start a lap, so we'll watch him afterwards. And coming to the last corner now, here comes Lee. Let's see, where's he going to go with this time? P2, 2/10 off the pace, and now we're watching Matt, who must have also finished his lap there as well. Sorry, 1.7 off the pace he was. And oh, Cliffy, yes, he's just finished the lap there, and that'll be him probably done for them tyres, because he's already done 2 laps and he's not using any energy, so he'll be on his way back to the pits. And Casper's noisy car there is a bit unfortunate. I think actually this is going into the pits. We'll see though. Yes, that's into the pits. Yellow's in sector 1 and 2. There's a slow car there in the shape of No, it wasn't Matthew, was it? Just stick on board. See if we can figure out who that was. It could have just been Lee, couldn't it? Yeah, it was just Lee. But yeah, Matthew then He didn't do a lap at the start. He went into the pits, remember? So with 11 minutes to go, he is one of only 3 drivers not to set a lap. So fingers crossed he will set a good one in his Force India and get himself at the top of the field. And now everybody is on ultra soft tyres. As Casper, I didn't even notice Casper was up there in P2. And straight into the pits. I must have missed that. Unless this didn't update for me. That's a bit weird. I want to watch that back. Hold on. That didn't look right to me. That really didn't look right to me. 2 people. Good evening. I must watch that back. Did that do what I thought it did? Because that'd be quite some lap if he was able to set it when it was in the pits. But it certainly would look like to me anyway. Yeah, he did. He set it coming into the pits. What? No, he was already in the pits. I'm bewildered. I'm watching it back, and he's been in the pits for ages, and it just didn't bother to show his time until now. He's gone back out in the soft tyres. But yeah, no, he was. That's weird. I haven't seen that glitch before in a Codemasters F1 game. So yeah, apologies for the confusion, but I think it's justified by the fact that there's a car that just set a second place time while in the pits. But yeah, anyway, Matthew doesn't look to be pushing on this lap. He's on 0 energy usage. Either that or he's just forgot to put it on. But still, he gets plenty of airtime. He asked for some airtime earlier and he's getting plenty in qualifying. And yeah, let's go find someone who's going to be on a lap. Unless he is finishing this when he is into the pits again. Lyle Blade's not really close to a lap yet. Jordan's certainly further along. So we will keep with Jordan, the man on provisional pole right now. Only person in the 130s, I think. Everybody else is 131 or behind. Yellows in sector 1. That's probably just a preparation for a lap. And here we go. Jordan coming to the final corner then to start his lap here at Shanghai. So coming to the line now. He's got a 130.8. Is that to be? I think it is. It's very difficult to see. Yeah, it is a 30.8 to be. I knew it was that. I thought it was at 6 there for a second. That would have made no sense whatsoever. And through into turn 2 he comes now. It's going to be a difficult lap to beat that, to be honest. I mean, I'll give it to you. That's a pretty competitive lap. But now more people I can see are out on the soft tyres. So is it going to rain? Is it not? I'm really quite confused as to what's going to be happening here. But we'll see. We'll just have to see, won't we? But yeah, middle sector now for Jordan. He's on 5 hot lap right now, so it means he's pushing it absolutely fully right now, trying to extend his lead at the top there, and sort of cement himself up there in pole position. And coming into turn 13 now, one of the most difficult corners in the track to get right, surprisingly enough. You'd think it's quite easy, but on the exits, as whoa, oh dear. Well, he's sort of proven it there, Jordan. That is why it's a difficult corner. If you get too high up on the curb, it will send you spinning off. And luckily, he hasn't hit anybody, but he has ruined his lap. And I'm looking for Casper. There he is. Not using his DRS. Must have had a little bit of a failure there, or right. He's just disappeared. The mysterious case of the disappearing person. Casper's he's a glitchy person. He's a very glitchy person today, and I don't know why I'm riding on board. That is ear piercing. And will Hellboy try and get a bit of a slipstream here? Oh, you bet. Well, look at that, nice slipstream there, and actually caused the yellow flag. That slow car. That's a bit stupid, to be honest. Shouldn't really cause the yellow. And we got a message. I wonder if this is regarding the glitch. Can't hope it is. Let's have a look and see. Into the last corner comes Hellboy though. He's pretty competitive, you know. He's only 2/10 off the pace. Do not write him off, and he comes to the line, and that is why you do not write him off. What a time! And it looks like we're going to see Lee next. onto a lap he goes. So let's see how he can go. And yeah, that's a very impressive time indeed. Right, so this is Casper with his explanation. He got the CP code, which I assume means it crashed. He got an invalidated time, went into the pits, and it got validated. So that is why Casper is currently P3 on the grid. He set an invalidated time, which is just counted. So that is a very weird occurrence. It has to be said. And yeah, like I said, I'm quite bewildered as to how that could be in the game all of a sudden. You know, we've got rev glitching now, we've got invalidated lap times actually counting. Tom told me about this the other day. He's actually into the chat now. Tom did tell me about this the other day. And yes. Oh, Lee, is he gonna spin off like Jordan? Not quite. But still, he's gonna back off and try again later on. And yeah, Casper understandably doesn't like the game. In fact, he hates the game. But yeah, let's see. Is Matthew going to do something, or is he going to just pit again? He's got quite a habit of this. He really is milking it for the screen time, I think. And yeah, look at that, more screen time for him as a blimmin' follow around to just then pit. And yes. Right, okay. Hellboy into the pits as well. So they're all preparing for the final runs. We've now got 4 people having set a time on softs, or at least are on softs right now, I should say. And I mean, Tom says in there that ultra softs are simply just to gain knowledge. So why is Hellboy and Jordan setting their fastest laps on them tires, and they're looking pretty strong with them tires, it has to be said as well. You know, they've set some proper times. Suggests to me that it's going to be wet. I don't see any other reason why so many people would go for the 2-stop. It just seems a bit stupid, to be honest, if it isn't for anything special. But I don't know. I'm sure it'll all be revealed at some point. And yeah, it just seems rather weird, the tyre strategies, because now Sam's going on, so it was taking him a while. And yes, he hasn't actually set a representative time, so I understand that. Nor is Cliffy really, but anyway, here we go. Matt is preparing to start his lap in his Renault, the sole Renault here today. And yeah, taking his time, making sure he's fully prepared, and he's into the pits. I need to stop hyping these laps up, and we've got absolutely no one on the track right now. Help. Ah, there's a car. That looked like a Force India. And it was. It's Lee, and there's more cars as well. Cliffy is out there first, and he's on ultras. Oh dear, Tom. I don't know where Josh is, but he's not here, as you can clearly see. And yeah, obviously for a 10-man field, the one positive they're going to take out of this is that they're all going to get points if they finish, I think. So yeah, they're happy. They know that they are guaranteed some points in the championship. I will go through the championship standings when we are on the formation lap, because that's what I did that last time, and I'll be giving you live championship standings. Although my maths isn't great, I'll still try and keep everybody updated. But yeah, Cliffy, championship leader right now. That's a spoiler. But once again, you know, what are you expecting really? It's Cliffy. He's extremely quick. And well, if he was to start P8 today, don't know if he'd be too happy with that. Maybe if it was a medium, or not medium, well yeah, certainly if it was a medium he'd be happy, but a soft tire would be happy as well, I guess, with that. But it's neither. It's going to be an ultra that he might qualify on. There's only 1 minute and 37 seconds left in the session, so he's going to have to qualify on something. And right now, that something is... need to just actually... It is, yeah, it is an ultra soft tire. So here we go to start the lap in towards turn 1. He goes. A very, 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 very long right-hander, which ends into turn 2 and turn 3. It's all twisty here. And, yes. Through towards the end of Sector 1 now. 24-5. No idea if that's good or not. Haven't really been paying attention to the sector times through all the glitches and stuff. Yellows in Sector 3. People probably just preparing a lap before they, yeah, obviously do the lap. Seems a pretty obvious question. And, question. Obvious thing to do, not an obvious question. But, yeah, Cliffy. Heading to the end of Sector 2 now. Can he go for pole, or will he back off at the end of the lap? Wish I had some intel really on this weather, because the way people are acting, you'd think initially, oh, it's going to be a wet race. Look, they're all on ultras, and you see the top 5 all on ultras, and then 7th and 8th as well. You know, it seems just rather weird that this many people are on a tyre which is inherently disastrous to be on. And Darkbolt retires from the session, so does Blade, and I wonder if they might have come together. Cliffy though, into the 29s. What a lap. But yeah, that sort of confirms what I'm thinking. He definitely was pushing for that, and it's weird. It's really weird. I mean, yeah, I'm sure Cliffy's quick enough to make the 2-stop work, but is it worth it? I certainly don't think it is. But listen, I've been wrong before. I'll probably be wrong again at some point, but quite frankly, I think he's made a big mistake. But listen, a safety car, you can say you get a safety car early on, you could genuinely just go straight off them tires and onto the softs and end up doing an actual good 2-stop. But I mean, maybe that's an advantage of a smaller grid, but sure. Casper got a valid time. Good stuff. And a Hellboy. How valid is his going to be? It's enough for P3. And Matthew. Oh, he's finishing the lap this time, is he? Fantastic. Coming to the line. Oh. 8. Well, let's just see how this is going to go. Because from what some people seem to be doing, the rain would it just seems like they're preparing for rain. But one thing that Tom has pointed out is that it could rain, say, 5 to 10 minutes into the race, and that's a very good point. Because if it does rain, say, 5 to 10 minutes into the race, then that can suddenly mean that you want to be on the softs and then go to inters instead of just starting on inters or wets. And then ultra people think, oh, it's only going to come 5 minutes into the race, I can do my ultras and it'll be all good and dandy and we can pull away. But yeah, the top 6, they're on to the ultra softs, and 7th down to 10th, they are on the soft compound tyres. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here. And definitely a very intriguing session. And yeah, let's see how the weather is anyway for the start. We'll see how cloudy it's looking. Not much different to qualifying, but that doesn't really mean much, does it? We see how quickly it can rain in this game before. Or at least I have. And it comes quickly. And sometimes it's rather unexpected. But it looks rather expected today. So we could be in for quite a hectic start to the race. And I'm not entirely sure exactly how it's going to work. But we will find out as we head through anyway. And as people just get ready to start, I'm going to get myself the championship standings up. And yeah, I'll go through that when we're on the formation lap. I'll go through the the actual order. So it's Cliffy on pole from Jordan, Hellboy, Lee, Casper, Blade, Matt, Matthew, Sam, Darkbolt, and Oliver, who's just joined in later. And bottom 5 are on softs, top 6 are on ultras, and championship standings coming into round 3. Cliffy top with 44 points from Matt on 37, AFC Matthew on 30 from Sam returning to the grid on 18, Casper on 12, equal on points with Callum, who is he here? Don't see him. No, he's not here. Of course he's not here. Josh on 10, also not here. Liable at 8, hoping to get himself up to the higher regions here with people missing. Darkbolt as well on 6. Liam not here, 5 points, and Lee is on 2. And the rest of the drivers, Plexits, Bad Boy, Hellboy, who's currently P3, VSR Josh, John Colonias, 14, I'll give it a go. Jordan, who's P2, Oliver, who's down in 11th, and Tom. They're on none. They're on none. So yeah, Lee last in terms of points scored. And in the constructors, it is Cyber with 52 points at the top from Renault on 47, Force India on 32, Ferrari on 18, Mercedes 12, with Red Bull also on 12, Haas on 6, McLaren on 5, Williams and Toro Rosso both on 0. And as they head towards the end of the formation lap, we are ready to go. And it's all about the weather, I think, but we'll see how this all plans out. Who has picked the right tyres for the early stages of this race, and who is going to come out on top here in the Chinese Grand Prix for VSL. You can see some people have been disqualified already on the lap, but you know, doesn't really matter to them. They'll still start. So we got 5 people here, yay, ready for the start. Hope you're all looking forward to it. And yeah, they are all lined up on the grid now. Darkbolt is putting himself into position, and here we go. The lights are about to come on here in Shanghai. They're away, and that is lag. Oh dear. Now that was a very laggy start. I wonder them crashes were caused by the lag, because it was a bit unfortunate. There are 2 cars already into the wall, and you can see Jordan and Hellboy side by side. And that was a bit of a dive there from Jordan. I wonder if he picked up any damage from that, but he is ahead of Hellboy for now. It's Cliffy already leading by 7/10 from Jordan, Hellboy, Casper, Lyleblade, Matthew, Matt, which is not going to be confusing at all. As down the inside goes Hellboy, and he's going to have a good exit on board with him. We can't see the Ferrari, but now we can. Wheel banging as they head through, and they're seriously going side by side for a very long time. Contact and a spin for Jordan almost. He will keep it on the island, but that was a bit of a clumsy move, honestly. Rather clumsy from the 2 of them, from their separate incidents already. But yeah, Hellboy ahead. Don't know how long he'll stay ahead for. And there's Matthew passing Lyleblade. That's a P5 now. Trying to get right round the outside. Not quite going to work out for him. He's got the Ferrari of Sam and Matt as well. They're going to go side by side, and there's almost contact with them two as they head down the back straight. Lee currently the lowest of the ultra soft runners, by the way, and you can see how much defending they're having to do from Lee as I'm talking about him there. And Sam had to take a wider line into there to avoid crashing into Matt. So Lee can't get past at the moment, but you'd imagine he'll be trying to get through rather quickly. Cliffy already got a 1.7 second advantage here, and we've got quite some terrain here, all sort of focusing around Jordan. And I wonder if he has damage, or maybe just, you know, per tire temperature. You know, these ultras will burn up easily enough, but if you have a massive slide like Jordan did in towards turn 8, then you are in some real trouble. But was it turn 8 or turn 9? I don't know. I've probably been calling the massive right hander the wrong one, but I don't know. Listen, into a corner, and Lyleblade and Matthew side by side as well. Matthew still can't quite get past, and Matt is trying to also find his way through. Jordan there onto the grass. Want to keep an eye on him, see if he kept it on the islands, which he did. But yeah, they're certainly keeping quite close at the start of this race. And Matt now defending from Sam. He's going up the inside. That'll be some move, and there was a bit of contact. Matt lucky not to spin around there. I wonder if Sam was a bit too aggressive there. There's a move for second or third place, I should say. As round the outside tries Casper. Onto the back street they go, and it was an easy move in the end because Jordan really is struggling right now, and he's got plenty of cars lined up to get past him. He instantly goes to split the two are trying to get past, trying to fend from Matt. He's already accepted his fate, and he's caused a crash, and he's into the wall. And a very, very clumsy start to this race has just got worse for Jordan, and that really was extremely clumsy. But Sam still ahead of Lee for now. I wonder if there's any damage for anyone. As Sam goes to an AI, that's going to cost him the position surely. As they head towards turn 1. Bit of weaving there from Sam. Probably had Lee a little on edge. As round the outside he goes. Into turn 1, will then enter to turn 2. Which will then give the inside. Not quite able to make it work, unfortunately. Lee still stuck behind. And if he wasn't burning his tires out already, he's going to be having a pretty tough time of it. And Lio Blade as well wants to be trying to get past Casper, but he's got Matthew, the top runner on the softs, trying to get by, and Lee fell down a position. So yeah, Ultra Soft's possibly starting to die. Quicker tire suddenly becoming the slower tire. But yeah, Matthew suddenly looking in a very good position on them soft compound tires. But anyway, can Lio Blade get by on Casper? He was certainly lucky, and wow, that's a big lock up. Matthew lucky not to go steaming into the back there of Lio Blade, and will probably be just Lio Blade's lost it. Lio Blade's lost it through turn something, the long right hander onto the back straight. I think it's turn 12 or 13, and the yeah, that'll be more ultra soft overheating issues. And here's Lee trying to get by. But yeah, these tires last 3 laps and then they're done. So I wonder if we see any pit stops on this lap. Hellboy stays out, and so does Cliffy. 2.2 second advantage from first to second. 2.2 second advantage from second to third, which is going up quite a lot, actually. So yeah, Casper in a bit of a no man's land as Matthew will start to get interested. He's just seen Lio Blade go off. He knows that them ultra soft tires are going to start to degrade, and if anybody was expecting rain to start, it certainly looks like the soft compound runners are in the better position right now. But we'll see how it pans out. It might not rain, we need to see. But I don't know, it just seemed from the way that qualifying was going that they were expecting rain at some point in the early stages of this race. But for now, it is all dry. You can even see some blue sky up there. And it's Cliffy from Hellboy, Casper, Matthew, Sam, Matt, Lee, Lio Blade, Oliver, Darkbolt, and Jordan. And it's about to change the order, I think. Here goes Matthew to the outside, which will then turn to the inside on the exit of this corner. As Lio Blade's been off again, I think. Into the wall he goes. But Matthew and Sam, both pressurising on Casper. Now he closes that to contact. I think there was contact in the end. That Mercedes has gone missing, and that's why. Look where he's ended up. Matthew now under pressure from the Ferrari. Matthew, seriously, he's gonna somehow stay fourth after all this. Because there goes Sam up the inside, gets it done. I wonder if he outbraked himself a little bit. No, he was fine. And in the end, there Casper was bullied off the track a little bit, and he's pushed him down. Another couple of positions to P7 as he comes into the pits, and Lio Blade was another yellow flag. I wonder if that was for him. He's broke his front wing, I think. Hard to tell from that camera angle. Nah, I think it's still there. It's really irritating, like with this halo here. That's the only thing that's bad about it. You just can't see front wing damage. Wish you had a graphic. They all have a graphic, we don't. Give me a graphic to tell me this damage. Cody's, get it done. But yeah, can Matthew get past Sam again? He was the leading runner on the soft compound, but as soon as he made that little battle with Casper go a little bit wrong, he's ended up suddenly behind Sam again. And I wonder just quite how that's happened for him, but or how he's feeling about it. But we'll see. 4 tenths is the gap, so there's still a chance he'll get back through. And on lap 5 here, it's still all to play for in terms of the victory. I wonder if Clippy and Hellboy will be thinking about the pits, because the tires, they'll be looking at them thinking they're getting pretty worn. And the pit stop will be looking very likely in the coming moments. And let's just have a look and see how they get on. Cliffy, I mean, well, he's doing a straight line. Let's have a look at the corner, yeah. Let's see what the wheel spins like out of here. I don't know. It's not that bad, to be honest with you, and he keeps going for that reason. Hellboy, on the other hand, is also going actually. So they've been able to get 6 laps out of them tires, or will be anyway by the time they finish this. That's pretty impressive. I'll give it them. I didn't think they could do that. Could they even go onto medium tires, make a one-stop work? How unlikely would that be, I wonder? Especially with these soft compound tire drivers starting to close in. Because, I mean, you'd think it might be a little tiny bit likely, but I just don't think it's going to work for them. But, yeah. Is that a new helmet design for Samuel? And there's the rain. That's why they stayed out. The rain has started to fall. So it's all about who catches who first. Because this rain, it will rain whenever. They'll be in about 2-3 laps time. But these soft compound runners have got some fantastic pace. And whoever's in the head of this crew when it's time for intermediates will be the one who probably ends up in the lead overall. So we need to see how this gets on. Will anybody in this top 4 maybe take a risk and pit early for new tyres? How will Casper be feeling having just made a pit stop? And look at that, there goes Sam on the inside. He's ahead, and there goes Matt as well. Matt has to get this done quickly, but Hellboy, he's not going to give this one up. He's going to come back at Sam. Even though Sam's got a DRS, Hellboy has got the run. And you can see Matthew as well. How desperate is he going to be to get past? This has suddenly become a proper fight for position, because there's no 2-stop, issues to worry about anymore. These guys are all on the same strategy basically. But Sam is now into the leader's race because Cliffy's into the pits. Surely it's going to have to be for intermediate tyres. And Hellboy only a 10th back into turn 1. He gave it a go, but now it's going to be Matthew up the inside. Can he get through into the net second place, we think? Cliffy onto medium tyres, so he doesn't think it's going to be that heavy, the rain. But almost crashing into each other then too, and there is a little bit of contact as they head up to turn 4. Who's going to come out of this one on top? On the inside is Matthew. He's going to get the exit, and surely with the better tyres, you'd imagine at this point, it's going to be Matthew. It is Matthew ahead. So Sam from Matthew, Hellboy, Matt, Oliver, Cliffy in P6. That's a crucial one. Lee as well into the pits for mediums. How heavy is this rain going to be? It's still raining, but very, very lightly. Got Casper in P7, Dark Bolt in P8, and like I say, Lee in P9, Jordan P10, and Lyle Blade right at the back, bringing up the rear, unfortunately for him. And off the track there, going Oliver, and there goes Cliffy on a run. Can he get himself up the inside? What will he be thinking about this rain? Is it going to stop? Surely he'll have seen a forecast. Obviously, the game will give you a forecast at the start of the race. But yeah. He's going to go up the inside. So, he'll still be making moves. It's not like he's going to be any danger of that, as Matt has got ahead of Hellboy. Now, what does Hellboy do? He can't hit these tyres much further, they'll blow up. But surely a medium tyre would be pretty advisable if if the rain isn't going to last. So, into the pits he comes. Medium tyres, is it? Yep, being fitted onto his Red Bull. And I think that's a glitch. Yes, it is, because he did get back out. But yeah, let's try and figure this out then. This is our net winner, possibly. We gotta consider it, because them medium tires on Cliffy, while good, aren't really gonna be as fresh towards the end of the race. This rain is honestly really just nothing. I mean, it's not getting heavy yet, so there's no real worries there. And the 2 Mercedes teammates going for it. Casper coming out on top. I wish I could have saw that actually. It looked like a good move into there, to be honest. But into the back straight we go. Rain actually is starting to pick up a little bit. You can see it on the halo just coming down a little bit quicker, a little bit more harshly. But still really nowhere near even thinking about the intermediate tyres as of yet. And Sam has got a good gap here on Matthew and Matt. So the man who finished second in Australia, skipped Bahrain to do F2 commentary, is back and showing that he hasn't lost any of his pace. And certainly right now, if he wins this race, he'll be only 1 point behind Cliffy, but then he had to add the points. He'll be 13 points behind Cliffy, I think, if it's to finish like this. But you'd imagine they'd need the rain to get heavier for that to be the case. As Cliffy sets the fastest lap, he gets a point, I think, for fastest lap as well. So that'll be up to 14, the gap, in fact. So, yeah, wouldn't be too bad for Sam. Yeah, but, still a long way to go in this race, and the rain is starting to pick up maybe a little bit still. It's definitely heavier than the last lap, I feel. But whether it's really heavy enough to justify a worry, don't know. Hellboy's passed Oliver as well. I'm not really looking at these battles. I'm more sort of interested in seeing how the leaders are coping with these conditions on more worn tyres, really. And you can see how much they're having to hesitate through there, but it certainly looks like Matthew's the quicker driver of these two. So could he pose a challenge down here into the hairpin? It'd be quite ambitious, but he's certainly got the closing speed to give it a go. But he does just stick behind for now. And as they head on to do lap 10 in just a moment, we've still got all 11 runners. And Jordan, fair play to him. I would have thought he would have been out of the race, actually, with his incident he had earlier. But he's kept it going quite well. And what's really striking me here is Oliver is struggling. Oh, fight. Let's just watch the important fight. Fight for the lead, sorry. So this, the second I cut off these two, they start having a fight. This is so typical. But who's going to come out of here ahead? It's currently Sam. But what I'm noticing is that Oliver really was struggling so much on them wearing out tyres, you know. So I'm surprised these two are keeping okay pace, because Oliver did look to be struggling massively. But yeah. I just don't know. I wish I had all the info to tell me how long it's going to rain for. Will they need intermediates? Because yeah, just a bit confusing, really. So it is still Sam in the lead, but I'm not too sure how long it's going to last. Matthew, who was the original pace setter, remember, on these soft tyres, looking to... Oh, that is getting heavier. Or am I kidding myself, or is that getting heavier? Surely it's getting heavier, right? It has to be. But anyway, move. Here we go. It's Matthew. Not gonna make it yet. Stop teasing me. Go for it. Have some fun. Have a wee ding dong. Don't think anybody's gonna mind it. Unless you crash, in which case, yeah, we'll all mind it, but you won't crash. Let's catch an on-track overtake. We've caught an on-track overtake. That is a proud moment for me. But Sam is still defending there from Matthew. He's going to switch to the inside line. And as Sam goes a little bit wide, it will compromise him for here as well. Matthew, if he can just keep himself in a good position, get a good exit, he might have a chance, but he's lost a little bit of time. And as he heads down towards the end of the sector, it is just not close enough, unfortunately, to go for a little dive bomb. But yeah, almost heading towards the halfway stage already. It's lap 11 out of 28. Okay, yeah, we're still 3 laps from the halfway point, but you know, we are starting to get close to it. How about that? Why did I bring that up? I shouldn't bring that up. But yeah, 5/10, the gap between the top two. So all looking good so far there. They do have bad pace, I'll give them that, because Cliffy is cruising up to them. But I mean, oh, Sam! He probably had a little bit of a heart attack there. But no, they've got bad pace, but I just don't know how Cliffy's tyres are going to react at the end of the race, or if they have to go on inters. But here we go, Matthew to the inside, thinks about it, doesn't go for it, locks up. And as we watch him head in towards the last corner, he's within his pit window now. So he's into the pits, as well as Sam. So it may be raining, but it's certainly not time for intermediates, and may not be time for intermediates at any point during this race. But let's see. Can we see a quicker pit stop from Force India? Yes, we can! Yes, we can! It is Matthew who jumps Sam in the pit stop. Wow. What's Sam gonna have to think about that for? Or what's he gonna think about that anyway? I cannot grammar. But anyway, yeah. He's not in a good mood, I imagine, with that, and I wonder if Matt's just come out of the pits as well ahead of Lee. Because they were looking pretty close, and they are pretty close, and Matt is ahead of Lee. And he's slugging a bit though, he's sliding all over the show. It's gotta be said. And can that be a good exit? Wow. Almost sliding to the side of Lee, in fact. And yes, Lee's ahead. I think Matt was really struggling there. And that pissed off face is not worth it for him. But yeah, this is getting extremely difficult to drive there. You can see it for a lot of them. It is getting difficult. Lap 12 out of 28 here in Shanghai, and we've got quite the conditions here. It is slippery but not wet, if you get what I mean. It's, well, yeah, it's greasy. But here comes Sam. Here comes Sam! He's going for it. Up the inside. He lost the lead in the pit lane. Is he going to gain it back on the track? It's a good exit from Matthew. Sliding as he exits. And into the last corner he goes. He's ahead for now by Hellboy. Remember him? He pitted much earlier. Look how much he's gained. And he's ready to go for this as well. So, he's going to the end as well. So, can he profit a little bit and get himself up into the podium places? And up to a maximum of P2, it could be. For now, or will he just hang back and let these two go for it and pick up the pieces for anything that happens? Because generally, if these two start fighting, they're probably going to get a little bit distracted. So we'll see. We'll see how that all goes. But right now, Cliffy leads by 7.8 seconds. Rain, let's have a look on the halo. Still not that heavy, and really, it's probably just giving him. Yeah, it's probably quite cold, the temperatures, probably giving the drivers a nice comfortable experience actually, when you think about it. But Casper, no, he's going to be quite difficult to get by, isn't he? He's still got a few more laps to do on them tyres, so he'll probably be wanting to go for another set of sauce at the end of the race, so he'll be certainly sticking around for a while. How is he going to hold these guys up? We'll have to wait and see. But it looks like he might, well, you know, spice this up a little bit. So as they head down, watching from the back of Casper's car, that certainly doesn't look like much of an advance there, does it, from Matthew? In fact, it looks more like a cheeky dive bomb from Sam, and as Casper goes off the track, it leaves Matthew really with not much place to go. But they're still going to go for it side by side, and ahead goes Matthew. So now, as they head down towards turn 1, this is going to get very, very close very quickly. Casper holds his line on the inside, and they're free abreast almost into turn 1. What a move around the outside from Sam. Can he hold it off into turn number 2 now? He'll go up the inside, will he? Just not quite got the space, and now Casper is blocking him on the exit, and they have contact, somehow not crashing, but they're free abreast as they head through turn 3 after turn 4 now. Who's going to come out ahead? Is it going to be Sam, Matthew, Hellboy? Who's going to do it? Look at Hellboy. He's going to try and get by. They're still almost free abreast. And now Matthew is up the inside of Sam. Who's going to come out here on top? On board with Sam. Or Matthew, I should say. And it's just sort of calmed down a bit. But yeah, Casper, well and truly spicing this up. Sam regains that position that he lost in the pit stops. And the gap up at the top is now 11 seconds. So, these four really are going for it. Casper could be on them tyres for another 2 or 3 more laps at the very, very least. And here we go. Time for round 2 on the back straight. Sam was a bit all over the show, but Casper's going to defend it. Here we go. There goes Matthew as well. Watch out for Hellboy too. As they head down towards Epping. Matthew can't pull out to make a move. Sam, though, is going up the inside to try and make it work. And Hellboy is trying to get past Matthew as well. As Sam gets past the Mercedes driver. Into the last corner they go. Can Matthew hold it off? And into the wall he goes. And Casper out of the race. Hellboy profiting. But Matthew and Casper both off. So, is there any damage? There is damage. There's big damage here to Matthew's car by the looks of it. And that really ruins his race. Look at that. That is just that might as well just be a little plank. There's no end plates left. That's basically a 2019 front wing right there on Matthew's car. And how frustrating is that going to be? He's cutting the track. Just not having a good time, and he's retired from the session. And that is a real shame to see a battle that was looking so good end in such a way. But it has ended that way. And, well, that's a weird place to park, isn't it? Well, no, he's parked it, whatever. On board with Lyle Blade, he's got a problem with this. We'll see exactly where Matthew's car is. You'll see it, no, you won't see it, it's despawned. So they got rid of it quite quickly. But, yeah. Casper went straight into the VSL chat and apologised. So that would sort of suggest to me that it was his fault. But, we can't really say anything for certain, really. But, unfortunately what that does is that sort of kills any form of fighting we had. It's all about the weather now. And that rain, that looks pretty heavy now. You can see the car's getting more and more covered with rain. Although it is matte, so we'll get a little bit more covered. But yeah, I am hoping that we end up in intermediate conditions, or maybe in a safety car. I'm surprised it was a safety car. Maybe it's not on, but I'm surprised a crash like that was not worthy of a safety car, especially having two cars retire in the space of about a minute. But yeah, what this does mean now is that everybody that's finishing is getting some points. So well done. Hope that they're all happy about that. But yeah, on lap 16 in this race, Jordan makes his last stop. Or last mandatory stop anyway. Or last mandatory stop. There might be a intermediate stop to come. Because as you can see, this is starting to really hammer it down now, the rain. And you can see just how little rear end grip Jordan has there. He's not enjoying that one bit. And that rain's really starting to get heavy. Who's going to pit first? Because surely it's now, you know, about the rain. And whether they're going to get Al interesting. Let's see on board with Clippy as it starts to really get heavy. He goes through the last corner. Let's see how Sam gets on. As he heads into the hairpin. Is he going to take a gamble? He knows he's got quite a big gap to make. No. Hellboy, what about him? He's through the last corner as well. Matt too. Lee is going to stay out as well, I think. There's more people like Dark Bolt, Lyle Blade, Jordan, Oliver, who are, you know, they're pit stop behind. They need to find some way of getting back into this. Maybe this is their way to do so. Take the rain, pretty heavy rain, and pit. But yeah, we'll see. Is Dark Bolt going to box it? Of course he's not. And I think we've got another comment, so we'll have a little look at that. I liked it. I like the battle. If that's what you're on about, Casper. Yeah, listen, I don't remember what I said. What did I like? What did I like? I'm extremely confused now. I'm confusing myself. Did I say I liked your crash? I didn't mean like that. If that's what I said. Or maybe he's talking to someone else. I just don't know. Don't know at this point. It's really hard to tell what this rain's doing, isn't it? Like, it's just not heavy enough. I thought it'd be getting a little bit heavier at this point. Cliffy, with 11 laps to go, including the one we're on now, is looking pretty comfortable. Although them tires are going to be pretty difficult to get to the end. Listen, I made a mistake. Oh, did I make a mistake? Did I? Oh. Alright, apparently I said that Matthew got past Sam when Sam passed Matthew. Seriously? Did I? Oh. Whoops. Moves, battles, stuff. Missed it. Oliver. Yeah, it's Oliver. How has he done it there? He's at the 150-meter boards. How has he dropped it there? Wow. Right, my friend, take a gamble, box, and see how the inches get on. We need to see how inches get on here. Oh, come on. I want to see someone on inches. I don't want to see you having another crash. What are you doing, man? You can be my little guinea pig, but instead you're gonna crash. Sam, see when you watch this back later. Remove him. Like, come on. We can't have. You've caused a safety car. Wow. Seriously? That's about as close to race fixing as it'll get, people. Cliffy pits. Lee has got a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car. I'm sorry, okay? But that's so stupid that Oliver can go out there, deliberately crash out. This is for soft tires. He can go out there, deliberately crash, actually cause a safety car. Seriously? Get off it, man. Everybody's going on to soft compound tires, which is, I guess, a sensible decision, isn't it, really? Inches just don't seem to be working, do they? But, yeah. I wonder if Sam's going to be having a word with Oliver for that. But anyway, yeah, safety car's out. Because there's a car blocking the pit lane. So what does everybody do? They pit. Even though the car's gone. That's one of the safety cars. But yeah. Arguably a more pointless cause for a safety car than the actual... well, this is more pointless compared to the one that should have been a safety car earlier. But yeah. I really can't believe that he's actually just went out there and deliberately binned it like that. But what's Sam gonna do then? He's not pitted. He could have, but he didn't. Is he gonna hold out for inters? I know I'm gonna keep going on about these inters, but is he gonna hold out? Is Sam going to get the better conditions for inters, be on inters, and then lead from there? Cliffy is still P2, with Hellboy third. There's a lot that could happen here. Lights on the safety car still on, obviously. It has to be out, I think, at least 2 or 3 laps before it decides to go in. So it'll be lap 21, probably, before we get back going again. And it'll be a nice 8-lap shootout. Many people on fresh tyres, only 2 people aren't. That is Sam and Jordan, the 2 Ferrari boys. I hate to say it. Oh! That caused a bit of a Constantina effect. I wonder if there's any damage caused to anybody's front wing. I wish we could this is where we could really do with a graphic. Was there damage caused, or was it just a little friendly tap? I mean, even a little friendly tap can cause big damage. That's the problem with these. It's not like Cliffy's really too bothered. So I don't know if he's got damage. I mean, has he still got everything there? Why are all these front wings black? Can I... Oh, this is just dreadful angles about it. Yeah, this is a good angle. Right, he's still kept his whole front wing. So, right, Cliffy, after a little tap, didn't lose anything. And we'll try and get a good angle of Hellboy. He's also kept everything. So, yeah, it's quite hard to think about what to talk about under safety car. I'm assuming everybody's got to 100 ERS. No one's been stupid. No. But yeah, that's... I guess... A safety car obviously helps the race. I'm not going to say it's bad for the race. It's just the way it's caused was really bad. But, yeah. It closes the pack back up again. It was starting to get quite spread out, and, yeah. Just makes that a little bit more interesting, doesn't it? We get 8 laps, they won't get too spread out, they're on the same tyres basically. Sam, could he hold on to this lead with worn out mediums compared to some fresh softs? Gonna be quite the challenge, but I'm sure he'll give it his best shot. Always better when the guy on the worst tyres is the leader. Certainly makes for some extremely entertaining racing. And as the rain continues to pour, but not enough for intermediates, safety car is still out, and it looks like Jordan is practicing an overtake there. Now Darkbolt's going to practice the overtake and having a bit of fun on the back straight, it appears. But anyway, yeah, rain. Wow, that's a late call. Safety car in this lap. I wonder if anyone bashed into each other, because Matt went up right to P2 there. And as the rain is really starting to fall here in China, they come to the final corner now, and Sam leads away from Cliffy, Hellboy, Matt, Lee, and Darkbolt already ahead of Jordan. We'll see how that one's going as they head down towards turn 1. They're going side by side. The Haas driver on the inside into turn 1 gets the move completed on the man on the worn softs compared to the new softs. And look at that, they're really going for it. Hellboy as well, going for some moves on Cliffy. Can he get that one done? Not quite for now. Lee looks to be holding a little bit of a traffic jam behind him, but he's got out of it okay. But Jordan should get ahead of him, and maybe even Lyle Blade as well. Down the inside, will he try it? I don't think he's going to have to. There's a little mistake there from Lyle Blade, which leaves Lee currently running last. So, the order is about to change possibly, because there it goes. The leader of the race, Sam, down to P2. And, yeah, I caught a bad angle of that. But, we still got the move, I think. Mostly. As Sam goes off the track, we could be seeing Hellboy trying to move his way up to P2 now. Down the inside, he tries it. He has a little bit of a look. That could invite Darkbolt, who's really looking pretty aggressive on this restart. He's enjoying these conditions. And look at the run he could get as he heads out onto the long straight. The game says DRS is enabled. It is not, because it's, you know, it's the first lap racing again. But here we go. Hellboy versus Sam. Down to the hairpin. This is pretty important for the race. And Sam is being pushed off a tad. And Matt got past Darkbolt and all that as well. So Matt really profiting from that all the way up to P3 and trying to kill me with the camera there. And as he tries to get past Hellboy now, Jordan gets past his teammate. I wonder if Sam just spun off without an issue, or is he just really struggling? His gamble to stay out has not paid off in the slightest. And Matt is now trying to get past, and he is past Hellboy. So P2 now for the Renault driver. 1 and 2 in the championship, I believe, and now 1 and 2 on track. So that's pretty fitting. And lap 22 here. Second lap of racing after the safety car went in. Lee's been into the... Well, I wouldn't... No, he hasn't been into the pits. He's just been really slow. It's weird. He must have had a spin or something. But don't forget, this is rainy. This is greasy conditions. Just difficult for these guys as well. Makes worn tires even less of a good option. But yeah. Darkbolt. He does it pretty good. He does it quite aggressive. He's looking in the mood for some overtaking action. And he's been doing some overtaking. But it's all about whether he could do some more now. So, onto the back straight he goes. I've got an irritating fly. Go away. Jeez, it flew my eye. Flew my eye. Sorry. Fly just irritating. But no, sorry. Yeah, like I say, Darkbolt, he's been putting some good moves on. And he's, yeah, he's looking aggressive. I could see him finish on the podium here today. But DRS is now enabled. And Matt is closing on Cliffy. This is going to be good for the lead here, ladies and gentlemen. We're in for a pretty good finish. 6 laps to go here in China. I need to go back and do maths. I completely forgot how to count there. And Matt is in the DRS range. Ah, he's not. I just had to say it, didn't I? He was in the DRS range of Cliffy. But it shows he's got the pace to probably get back there again. So we can see a DRS move. And Jordan trying to get past. What? He did get past. Lively got past as well. What did Darkbolt do? Because he was looking pretty good. I put the commentator's curse well and truly on him there, haven't I? Down to P6 he goes. He's got Sam pressurising him now. Next car to try and get him. A lot of cars are running wide there. I wonder if that'll be causing penalties. And wow, that's a late lunge from Sam. Does not want to damage his car. He's on worn tyres as it is. He doesn't want to risk the car being bent. It's still got 5 laps to do after this. The tyres are going to be absolutely ruined. But he's still going to go for the move on Darkbolt. Can he get this done? His lead is really just struggling, isn't he? And here we go. Down into the hairpin we go. Darkbolt overcooked it into the braking zone. And it's P6 for Sam. As Darkbolt loses 3 places in 1 lap. But yeah, I think just a lot of struggle from Lee. I don't know if there's damage. In these conditions, it would be pretty lethal to have damage. That's why Matthew flat out gave up, and Sam's been overtaken again. But he's now going to get back past. You'd imagine on the inside, if he can just defend it on the exit, he should be all good, which he doesn't do. He's been hit into a little mini spin there, and he won't be too happy about that. Driving from Darkbolt there, who just sort of muscled his way back past. He was not having any of it. But yeah, 5 laps to go in this race. Cliffy not leading by a huge amount. Once Matt stays in DRS, he should be able to gradually close that gap down and have a chance at the win. But we'll see. We shall see. Hellboy, he's got a penalty. I've been saying they keep going wide at that corner he's just went through there, and it's starting to give people penalties here at Shanghai, so they need to be careful. They need to be really careful. Matt, has he got DRS on this lap? He's within DRS range now, but he got there too late, so no DRS advantage down the straight. He's using all of his errs, and concerningly, Cliffy's not. So maybe he's just preparing to pull away into the distance later on, or maybe he's just using it in different places and just saving it later on. But we'll see. See how it all pans out. It is DRS this time for Matt, but this is the pointless DRS zone. It helps you close in, but it doesn't help you make a move, unfortunately. Now 3.7 seconds back is Hellboy. Jordan, after his turn 1 shenanigans, or not turn 1, lap 2 shenanigans, where he nearly crashed out, he's now in a net podium position thanks to the penalty for Hellboy. So I don't think anyone could have predicted that after seeing what Jordan ended up doing at the start. Seems so long ago now, but this race has just absolutely flew by. I'm going to give it to them. They've had a fantastic race. 11 people have made a superb race. So yeah, it's good to see, and we can still have a pretty entertaining finish on our hands. With these two, they're not in DRS range though. They're not in DRS range. And Sam is getting penalties as well. I need to check everyone else's penalties. I don't think Jordan has one, because I just said he's on the podium, and it'd be really awkward if he had a penalty. Knowing me, because I know myself pretty well, I am me. Probably he does have a penalty now, but listen, I got to try and make it sound dramatic. I'll check if I can, see who else got penalties. But we got yellow flags, and that'll be for Sam. No, that's not the track. You're not in the right place, my friend. He's out. Oh dear. Right, let's quickly check penalties. Just so I'm not being special here. Right, yeah, right, Jordan got a stop go, but I'm assuming he took that. He's got a 3-second, actually. But has Hellboy got any more? He's got a 1 warning after the penalty. Jordan hasn't had a warning after the penalty. So 2 more warnings for Hellboy. Liability gets a penalty there. And then I'll be right. Or actually, once again, I'm wrong there. Whoopty flippin' do. But, yeah. Matt keeps getting close early in the lap, but as it comes later on, he just loses and loses and loses. He's not great at Sector 2, and he's out of DRS again there. But Cliffy didn't look particularly comfortable through there, and a little bit of gain from Matt. And he's just not got the energy, though, to go for a move. Even if he does get a DRS, he's not going to have enough energy, I don't think. But, yeah. We'll see. Oh, he's wide! Don't lose it! Oh! Thank God he held that. It's one of them heart in your mouth moments, that. Matt somehow keeping that out of the hedge. And, I'm breaking himself a little bit there, has to be said. Losing some time. And through the final corner they come. 2 laps to go here. Matt is just, he's completely forgotten where the track is there, in his desperation to catch Cliffy. But yeah, 2 laps to go. Cliffy from Matt, Hellboy, Jordan, Darkbolt, Lioblade, and Lee. Retirements: Sam, Oliver, who I don't like anymore, Matthew, and Casper. And yeah, but like I say, just for the safety car incident, the reason the safety car incident annoyed me is because, like, he had the option just to retire normally. It's like it's not a personal attack. Anyone could have done that, but like, I don't know why he would just crash it deliberately like that, knowing that there's a likelihood of a safety car. You know, it's not the way you want it to go. But hey, I guess it's kind of a pointless argument now to have, because it's happened now. I just move on from it. Darkbolt is catching Jordan, so my brilliant prediction of Jordan being good is completely going out the window right now, because not only is he 4.2 seconds off Hellboy, he's also got a penalty. So that means Darkbolt, God knows what penalties he's got. We'll just find that out at the end, to be brutally honest with you. I don't think I'm going to be able to check anyway in the next lap. So we'll just find this all out at the end. It's one of them races that'll just be finished and decided by penalties. But here comes Darkbolt. The man who was 4th earlier dropped down, and oh! He went for the grass route there. He went for the full-on rally route, and he's got past. That was some line he took, but it was a good one. So I'll give him it was a good line. Didn't expect him to actually pass, but he did. And that's me saying he was aggressive earlier, and he is still nice and aggressive. And he's on to his last lap as well. Jordan's tyres clearly seem to be completely and utterly gone. But let's focus on Cliffy, because he's sort of got this gap out now, and that's just a horrific sound from that car. It sounds like it's trying to break down, to be honest with you. Majestic. Matt is now 1.5 seconds back. Unfortunately for him, not able to really go for it. Jordan is still close to Darkbolt, but just not close enough, is he? Not for now, anyway. Gap at the top, 1.8? 1.7 now. So, yeah. Just about getting to the end, I think, for everybody now, because they've been doing quite well in these challenging conditions. Obviously, it's been raining basically since lap, I think, 6? I was going to say 7, but I think it's been lap 6, actually. So they've been doing well to handle the conditions well. And now, as we watch Cliffy coming to the last hairpin, one more corner remains here of the Chinese Grand Prix in VSL. Cliffy, championship leader, comes through to extend his lead. Coming to the line, Cliffy takes the victory here in China. And it looked in doubt for a while. Matt was closing, but unfortunately he sort of lost steam at the end of that. Hellboy came home to finish P3 in the end, with Darkbolt 4th and Jordan in 5th. Blade comes to the line to finish P6, and we're just waiting on Lee, who's 27 seconds behind, to come home and score 7th. And that was a very good race. Good job from all the guys. I feel that was very good racing. And very entertaining race in general. So well done to the guys. They made good use of the 11 drivers we ended up having, and they put on a brilliant race here at China. A race that's absolutely flew by, to be brutally honest with you. And yeah, there are your top 3 coming out onto the podium, and Cliffy, Matt, and Hellboy. Yeah, you missed the trophy there a little bit. Try kissing the trophy next time, not thin air. But as they spray the champagne, the confetti flies, and that'll be nice and comfortable. So, am I gonna get XP for this? That's a big question, I know. My goodness, the lighting. Oh yes, 2,500 XP. Brilliant. That's gonna help me on my way to level 50. And there we go. Your classified results then. Well, unclassified. Let's be honest, unofficial results, because I don't know what bounties people are gonna have after the race. I don't know what people are gonna be saying. You always want to say, oh yeah, this is definitely official, but then you say that and it's not. So the unofficial results: Cliffy from Matt, Hellboy, Darkbolt, Jordan, Blade, Lee, that's your finishers, and Sam, Oliver, Matthew, and Casper are your retirements. I've been Owen Wyatt. Thank you for watching VSL, and safe travels.